Hi, welcome back to Genesis Custom Sabers, and this is just a demo video of this new and highly upgraded Badaxx saber that I've done. Some of you who follow me on Facebook are aware that I've held back some of the parts from the initial product run of the Badaxx saber in order to provide some upgraded ones. Well, this is the most upgraded Badaxx saber I've ever built. This video is going to serve as the instructions for whoever the new owner is, because this saber will be going up for sale very shortly on my website. It's a custom saber of the month. So right off the bat, you're going to notice some of the differences from the Badaxx production saber, primarily the acid etching, which is something I've been working on to really hone and perfect that skill. So this is 3 different acid etching segments following similar artwork, but all 3 are different. The artwork's done by inkworm.uk, used with permission. Brilliant artwork. So that's acid etched into 3 different parts of the saber. You'll notice the anodized red anti-vandal switch, though that's actually an anodized red powder coating. So I was able to take apart the switch, remove the metal parts, powder coat them, and reassemble the switch. So that is an anti-vandal switch that's powder coated red, so very durable, and of course the black powder coating, a very durable saber. This saber is certified for serious and heavy dueling. It's very balanced, and you can use this saber full on dueling, and it's not going to break or take any damage. Of course, aluminum is a soft metal. It can ding and nick up, especially if you drop it on concrete, but it will keep working. So right away I'm going to get into the functionality of the saber. Of course, you've got a kill key that you pull. You get a boot up sound. It covers the 2.1mm recharge port, which is where you would plug in the supplied battery charger to charge the 7.4 volt lithium ion battery. This is a Crystal Focus version 7 by Plecter Labs, the best sound card available today. It controls everything in the saber, from the high power LED to the flicker of the blade to the accent LED in the white anti-vandal switch, as you can see there. And this saber also has my projection lens bar graph inside, so a 7 segment bar graph inside. The 8th segment is the LED, and it's pulsing in standby mode the same way, and you can see that projects onto my hand. When you activate the saber, this is the activation button. I'm going to put a blade in so I can better demonstrate. Blade goes in. Blade retention screw is what holds the blade in nice and securely while you're dueling, so it doesn't fly out and through your window. This never happened to me. Activation button, saber snaps on. This is my Revenge font, and it's a very red pulsing blade. The blade pulse is set, of course, by the Crystal Focus version 7. Red blades tend to appear orange with cameras like this. Still don't understand why, but I can assure you that is a very deep red blade. And with the projection lens, you'll see that there's a bar graph animation going on. You don't really see the bar graph until you project it onto something. You can see that the segments are moving. You have to hold down the auxiliary button, which is how you get your blaster block sounds. You hold it down, you get a lockup. You also get a bar graph telling you the power level of the battery. Power level indicator. So holding down the lockup is how you check the status of your battery. It's fairly fully charged. I think that's what, 6 out of 8 bars there. So that's how to operate this saber. Of course, with the Crystal Focus 7, you get all the sounds, the different ignition sounds, retraction sounds, 16 different swing sounds, and 16 different clash sounds. And you'll notice when it clashes, there's a bright white flash, because this is an RGB LED, red, green, and royal blue, actually, to provide color mixing via the color extender board that's also installed in the saber. So you have limitless color options with this saber. So I'm just going to switch sound fonts from Revenge.
Sound bank selection.
Now you've got 12 sound banks in here. The first 6 are my fonts, and the other 6 are standard stock fonts that come with the saber. So I can go to Hero, go to the Fate sound font. Now you get a deep blue, almost royal blue blade color that I've blended with, again, brilliant flash on clash. And flickering during the lockup effect. Now when the saber is active, you've got the accent LEDs again programmed differently. And that operates as an additional accent LED. You can program that and change up the accent LEDs and what they do. So again, you've got all the different sound fonts, all the different functionality, including the spin sounds, stab sounds, all those kind of crazy things. If you'd like to see one of the sound fonts I've done for the Crystal Focus 7 to get an idea of how it operates, you can just click right here. And I'll provide a link to, I think, my Hero sound font demo of all the different functions of or many of the different functions of the Crystal Focus 7, because it's difficult to show them all. So at this point, I want to show you how basically how to operate the inside axis of the saber. Now, under warranty, I don't permit any of the parts to be taken apart or taken off. That would void the warranty, with the exception of the pommel. You can see that the pommel's got a button set screw there. Now, when I'm working on the saber, I'm going to put the kill key in, so it kills power to the saber. I can't turn the saber on or change the sound fonts, so it doesn't surprise you while you're working on it. You want to work over a flat surface, so if you do drop one of these screws, it doesn't go missing on you rolling under the fridge or a piece of machinery. So you want to take good care of that tiny little screw. That is a 632 button head screw. The pommel, once you've taken off that button, it just, a little bit of pressure, it just slides right off. They're precision tuned to fit. You can see there's a rubber O-ring in there to provide some sound baffling and vibration proofing against the use of the saber and the speaker. And of course, this has got a 2-watt bass speaker, which I'm really growing fond of with the Crystal Focus 7. The Crystal Focus 7 has got such exceptional sound reproduction capability that it actually really uses the 2-watt bass speaker well, both in bass and vibration, but also in clarity. So you just pop that little speaker holder out. When it comes time to put it back in, you can just, I'll show you that, you can fold the wires and slide it back in, and it just fits perfectly. It only goes in so far because there's a sleeve inside the saber, which you may not be able to see. A clear plastic sleeve there. And then you get access to the end of your sound card, your SD card that's seated there, and the RICE port, because this is a RICE equipped saber. RICE is short for Real-Time Internal Configuration Editor. And I'm going to grab the magic implement, which is a pencil, and you'll be able to see that with a little bit of pressure with the pencil, you hear that click, the SD card pops right out. You don't need pliers, you can reach it. You just plug that into your computer and you make changes to whatever sound fonts you want. You buy some sound fonts from saberfont.com and try them out on this saber. With the RICE port, you can, the supplied RICE cable from the custom saber shop, plug right into that. And this end goes into the USB port on your computer, and that'll show you how to use the real-time internal configuration editor provided by Plecter Labs. If you want a detailed video on how to do that, just click right there. And I'll provide a link to another video that I did that shows a little bit of the basic utilization of the RICE feature. And when it comes time to put your saber back together, you can just make sure the wires are coiled out of the way. Little connector. Your speaker just mounts right in there. Pommel slides on. You always want to be gentle, make sure everything's fitting. Make sure that hole is lined up. And once the hole lines up nicely, then you want to again grab your little screw and very carefully, if the hole isn't perfectly lined up, you really want to take your time with that. Don't do that in a rush, like for a video or anything. You want to get that screw threaded. You may have noticed that sometimes the threaded screw will actually, I'll do it reverse. So seat the screw in there, and I'll actually turn it the wrong way until it pops. That tells me that the threads are catching, and then I turn it the right way, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. You never want to tighten your screw with the Allen key that way. That puts too much force on the screw in the aluminum, and you don't need that much force. So just using the Allen key that way is the best way, a best practice. So again, that's this saber ready to go for sale on the website. Hope the new owner is very pleased. Thanks again for watching.